In 2005, the Real ID Act was signed into law under Division B of House Resolution 1268. This came as a direct response to the global terrorism scare post 9/11 and addressed other social issues like immigration and applying for asylum. The Real ID Act expanded reasons for the Department of Homeland Security to not admit or deport asylum seekers and immigrants for reasons related to terrorism. It also authorized the Secretary of Homeland Security to construct barriers and roads at the U.S. border. Title II of Division B is where we want to look today, though. The section is titled Improved Security for Driver's Licenses and Personal Identification Cards. Under this law, the DMV in every state must issue IDs that verify someone's personal information, verifies that they're in the U.S. legally, and issues temporary licenses and IDs for people here with green cards and visas. Real ID was supposed to go into effect in 2008, but was delayed because many states refused to cooperate. There were a lot of people who viewed the rule as unconstitutional as well. As it stands, people will need Real ID to access federal buildings, enter nuclear power plants, and most importantly to consumers boarding airplanes. Some critics of this resolution focus on this because they argue it restricts their freedom of movement, which they liken to government tyranny. Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem believes otherwise. Take a listen.
These IDs keep our country safe because they help prevent fraud and they enhance security. Please do your part to protect our country. Go today and don't delay. To learn more, go to dhs.gov/real-ID.
She also appeared on Fox News' Fox and Friends to clarify.
This Real ID is going to just empower the states to make sure we're checking people's residences. Their current legal status will be verified. We're going to make sure that people who are getting Social Security numbers in this country aren't voting in states. The states have the power and the information to ensure election integrity. And here at the federal level, that information is not going to be any biometric information. It'll just allow people to get an ID that they should be on our planes. They should be people that are United States residencies, and that legal status will be checked.
The state of New York began issuing Real ID compliant driver's licenses on October 30th, 2017. So, if you've been issued an ID after this date, there should be a star or a flag on the upper right-hand corner. The flag might be on the lower right-hand corner instead if you have an enhanced ID. If you see either of these, those are your signs that your ID is Real ID compliant. If your ID is an enhanced ID, that too is Real ID compliant. If your ID was issued between October 30th, 2017 and March 9th, 2022 and isn't Real ID compliant, there will be text that either says not for federal purposes or has nothing at all. In either of these scenarios, you will need to go to the DMV and update your documentation. The deadline is May 7th. Edvardi Jackson, World Telegram News, Buffalo.